Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Miles Edgeworth has a new sidekick. We're in chapter 3, we're trying to do some kidnapping stuff, but then we were the ones that were kidnapped. And now we're teaming up with a child because of course we are. Man, why did they put the windows so high up anyway? How's a thief supposed to make her daring escape? I suppose we can make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers. Haha, that's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. I can sue you. See, I wonder if I can jump and grab the top locker here. She does not have hops. Man, why did I have to make such ginormous lockers anyway? I mean, I guess in theory we could lift her up, but then we would still be stuck here. Because I highly doubt she'd be able to pull Edgeworth up. Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of foothold. What about the paint? Isn't this my phone? Looks like it made it through the ordeal intact. If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside. Ah, but we do have a way. Right here. There was a cell phone here the whole time? If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Actually passed out from lack of food. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I was worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper after all. They cast a spell on you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, God, you don't have good magic resistance. Are you okay? Sorry, sir, I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. I mean, you did go inside the haunted house. I mean, I don't really know how I was supposed to keep track of you if you're being honest. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't gotta worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sort of... Ah! What's wrong, Detective?
Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're gonna have to make do with me.
Who is this?
Long Lang of Interpol. Pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. Heard a great deal about you.
Why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping?
Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble.
And why would you say that?
Long Z says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into the situation and getting caught. Could have contacted the police from the very beginning.
I'm sorry this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request you please help me out here post-haste.
No.
What?
We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I still haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. And once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured, we'll find you. Eventually.
You... What's wrong? Did you get cut off? My phone ran out of power. No way! Doesn't matter anyway. We should try and get out of here through our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally. You didn't know? Plus it's not just the Blue Badger, it's his whole family too. Receive a prize. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you got a really posh prize. I doubt it's that posh. I mean, it seems pretty easy, so I'm pretty sure you get a Cracker Jack or something. You get a tin whistle. There's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that. That's cheating. It's only one of each badger in the park. What do you mean? There's obviously two sets of cards. There should be 2 of each. So you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costume ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. Only one of each badger. Okay, so I guess those are like supposed to be backups then? But then why are they out of their cases? What is this? You just referenced it earlier. Looks like the bad badger, and it's looking as bad as ever. Looks like a costume head to me. A bad one. I guess the bad badger's costume is at the very least a 2-piece, huh? The real question is, why is it only the head sitting out here on the floor? Costume separated into head and body. Okay. There's probably gonna be something where like they're using the body of like say blue badger, but they've got or they're using the body of bad badger, but they've got the head of one of the others on. Are there any other differences? If we look, well, there's the belt. Well, not the belt, but you know, the pants. Proto Badger, he's a frickin' freak. Dude just walks out in the nude. You ever seen one of these motherfuckers before? I mean... Hey, don't you think getting out of here is more important right now? You can ask me about that later. Suppose she's right. Wonder if Wright's ever been kidnapped. Don't you think getting out of here is more important? Hold on. Okay. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went to the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. I do recall the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I really am dealing with 2 kidnappers here. After that, they left. Almost seems as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went to the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. We can peer into the room the kidnappers are in from here. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Look at those chairs. Okay. Look at those. There's a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. Is there? There's even a hook on it to hold a propped-up floor panel in place. Oh, yeah. Which reminds me. Did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth? Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint as to how we'll get out of here. Yeah. Is that what I think it is? Looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. Our escape tunnel's gonna go straight to like a pit of lava. That's awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves! No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel is removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. There's a door that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume these 2 rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. Anything else? I think we're good. Alright, pull up my tarp. This is the beam I was tied to. What's up? I was pondering if perhaps I could use it to make it over and out of the window if we climb this, or you could lift the tarp up. Good thinking. If it's a climbing action you need, just leave it to me. Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck. Count on it. Oh shit, she levitating. The great thief Yatagarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. Here I go. Okay. She does not have any hops. I thought this beam was definitely not made for climbing. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know. Can I lift the tarp? Do I have to do this first? Okay. This hook on this beam. You know, I already tried. There's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Even you have to admit when something's just not possible. I wasn't about to suggest that again, rather that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Oh, I get it. We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was hidden by this tarp. Alright, then let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. My god, it's a dead body. This is what I call a treasure. Anything else? Not really. Haven't you? Well, I guess the keys for this thing. This must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure. The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. Alright. This thing is locked down tight, brother. Ah, fiddlesticks. Come on, guys. You really gonna make me click on this? I believe you're up, Kay. Huh? Why me? Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to. Ah, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. Alright, I got the secret door open, and now... Wait! Ah! Are you alright, Kay? I mean, are you okay? I'm fine. The lighter just slipped is all. Thank goodness she's alright. Don't you mean she's okay? I just had a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped in there, so I doubt there's an exit. Oh, now she's got hops. I can't believe that happened. You have only yourself to blame before leaping before you looked. No way. I mean, how am I supposed to know that the ladder is removable? Okay. Well. I figured out how we'll escape this prison, Kay. Oh, how are we gonna bust out? It seems your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. Underground ladder? What about it? The ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. It can also be used by those who wish to go up. Oh, I see. If we use this... I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. What are we waiting for? Easy peasy. Now we can get out of here! Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. Me, Miles Edgeworth, at the 10-Gallon Hat Saloon, the Wild Wild West area. Oh. God, I've always wanted to do that. Looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Was it raining? Mr. Edgeworth! I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out. Granted, it may have just been the extra salty noodles. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's, count off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8! 98, 99! Shifu! All 99 members are here and accounted for, sir! Oh shit, it's the murderer. What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? I mean, there hasn't been a murder yet, but, considering he was the silhouette on the chapter screen, kinda have to assume he's the bad guy. Every person's a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone's got a name their parents gave to them. No one's a 2 or a 3. And plus, I mean, you can just look at him as well. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Shifu! Shifu! You're Agent Lang, I take it? You infidel, how dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Lang Zi says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. Don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Sina. This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. Oh god, it's even laminated. You see that just now? That's the proper way for 2 people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life, got it? Ah, that's right. Francesco did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zingfa. Apparently this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization, i.e. he's the only one who's ever arrested anyone. Agent Lang, why exactly is the Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've had a rumor or two about you. You saw the murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? You sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. It was over and done in 12 hours. What are you talking about? Like 11 hours. That was like a fucking record. Well, I guess we did solve the first case faster, but that dude was a dork. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps up to the aid of his master. Ah, cliche. Look what I'm getting at is if I'd been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. That doesn't make any sense. How could you have solved the case if nothing bad happened? Agent Long knew yesterday's victim, Agent Akby Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks is investigating a smuggling ring with Francesca and a 3rd person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in this investigation. This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings. Why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You! I'll have you know I'm not pretty! You dare mock the court? I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? Anyone who's been prosecuted? And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Alright, men. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Can we steal his sidekick? Asking for a friend. Sir! Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand? But wait. Mr. Edgeworth! It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here? And completely out of the blue at that. Suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. What up, Detective Gumshoe? Great job, Detective. What, you mean it? No. For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Sir! I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be. Shall I prepare the 21 Galoot salute now or later? You ever seen one of these before? You're gonna show me your prosecutor's badge, I'll show you my police badge. Your wallet is looking rather thin, Detective. Huh? Oh, whoops, must have left my badge at home. Always get the two mixed up. That's not a laughing matter, Detective. Remember the badger? Sorry, sir, absolutely nothing's coming to mind right now. As a man, the only thing I can attest to is this. To be a man, I, Dick Gumshoe, will tell no lie. His heart's in the right place. Now to work on his deduction skills. Lang's trusty secretary, level-headed, she supports him in his investigations. That's supposed to be 17? I don't fucking buy it, no offense. I'm gonna hit you with a fat doubt. Telling you, man. Friggin' anime ages. They just roll a dice half the time. Are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir. I ain't got no number to my own precinct laid to back of my hand. And why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents? I don't know. We're short-staffed? About 5 minutes after I made the call, that Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir. Agent Long definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after? Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. What is it? Who's the new sidekick? I'm not being replaced. Please don't replace me, Mr. Edgeworth. This is my only shot to get true sidekick status. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. What? Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant, Kay. Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me! It's been like this since forever. Sorry, I just stole your supporting role. I've been in more games than you, damn it. How you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I feel like, you guys should show me more respect. I probably have the most words spoken in this entire series since I'm in all the games, you know? I'm taking her in, getting her convicted and making sure she serves out her sentence. Oh, come on, it'll be fun. Like musical chairs, you better stay fast in your feet. No way. I won't lose the spotlight to you, little girl. I highly doubt I'll find a clue in here, but I may as well check just to be sure. A clue in the cat? Please don't disembowel the cat. This barrel sure is heavy. You there! Do you know what's inside of this thing? It's the emergency water supply for putting out fires. I see. Well, they certainly are well prepared. With the cat? If you could just let me through here. Sorry, can't let anyone. Agent Long's orders. Suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. But yeah, with the cat? Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pause for a minute. Because I don't really have enough time to finish this video. So we'll come back and finish this up tomorrow. And then, you know, do all kinds of cool stuff. Sounds good, right? He's not here. He's deceased temporarily. Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87 and this is Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations
Miles doesn't know he's gonna get badgered.
Edition, because he's about to get badgered, as you can see. All right, let's jump back in. Actually, this is a continuation. This isn't a new video, by the way, in case you didn't notice. In case you were like, oh man, for some reason this video it's continuing to play and you were confused by it. Also, let me move the keyboard back because I had to push it back to. I guess I probably could play this with controller. It might actually be a little bit easier, but I don't know. I started on keyboard, so. And plus, this controller is like kind of freaking loud. Like the sticks. Because I did eventually. I mean, if you followed any Let's Plays in the last like year or so, you'd know that my controller had been rebelling against me, and I did finally get a new one. But it's like it's kind of loud. Like it's kind of like really loud. I venture to guess that its only purpose is to set the mood. It's a cactus, and there's something written here on this sign. This cactus is a very gracious gift to Gatewater Land from the local police precinct. I can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place. Did we talk to everyone over here? Can I go inside? That's wriggling. I just can't bring myself to call it dancing. Alrighty. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme. They almost look like they're ready to jump out into the real world and gallop away. Almost being the key word. Some sort of tracks were left in the mud here thanks to the rain. Oh, like tire tracks. Well, it's kind of weird looking. There being like 3 like that. Too bad they're destroying the Wild West atmosphere they worked so hard to create, unless it's a dang tricycle or tricycle. The tires on whatever made these probably got pretty muddy as well. Okay. You could just let me through here. Sorry! Okay, Kay, what do you have to say? Man, I can't call me to any stealing at all, though that detective around. I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity. It's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Okay, you know what? Since Edgeworth didn't immediately be like, hey, stealing's bad, which for the record, stealing's bad, you shouldn't do it, but the fact that he didn't nag her, that's some points for you, Edgeworth. Your life may yet be saved. Maybe you're not an enemy of the people after all. Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more. I mean, you know, it depends on what you're stealing. What is being stolen? Well, really, it's who you're stealing from. That's the most important factor, and then the secondary factor is what you're stealing when it comes to determining how we feel about it. You ever seen one of these MFers before? Huh? Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. If I had one of these, I could be a prosecutor too, right? Don't even think of stealing this from me. It's got my name on it. If it's that important to you, then why don't you wear it on your lapel? Why should I have to label myself as a prosecutor everywhere I go? And why does everyone ask that question to me? That's what I'd like to know, because I mean, that's the first time it's been asked, honestly. What do you think about this? If you're going to steal anything, at least keep your hands off my lines. Alright, I'll return it to you. Here you go. I was hoping for some information in return, but my line will do for now. I'll admit, little girl's kind of growing on me. It seems like we've maybe avoided worst case scenario of having annoying child side character. I really love theme parks. Too bad we're not here to have a fun time. Why did you choose this one, and why choose to show yourself to me of all people? Because I was tailing you, silly, duh. You were following me? But why? Did you see me get bludgeoned by a badger? It's a book of information about my arch enemy, the blue badger. And I won't lose the likes of him, you just wait and see. I'm gonna write a tome of thievery, how's that, Mr. Edgeworth? Am I supposed to believe this lady's like 17? This person is about to enter into the freaking workforce / college? I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. I'm sorry. This is a damn typo. You can't convince me otherwise. This is like this shit when they're like, it's like, oh, the official Steel art book says, you know, character that's clearly an 8-year-old is actually 23. The information that winds up on your wanted poster will suffice in this competition. Or vice versa, a character who is clearly 30 years old is actually 18? Nah, no shot. Come on, the Badger family is waiting for us to find and take pictures of them. And remember, you have to yell, "Badger get!" each time or it doesn't count. They even have a rule for when you take their pictures? Tell me about it. I was planning to steal all my shots that any proper great thief should. Does the concept of stealing permeate every aspect of this girl's life? So, what are you gonna do with your investigation into the kidnapping? Good question. Since Agent Long holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated. Oh, come on, you can't let that stop. You'll even lend your hands. Let's go. But you're a self-reported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. Hey, beggars can't be choosers, edgy boy. You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief, I'm the Yatagarasu. As I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing. And what is the one and only one thing you're after? Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing. And that is the truth. I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know how much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic crawling. Yeah, I feel like you've said this before, edgy boy. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media. And then nothing happened? As tends to go. Major scandal! Massive corporation found to be pieces of garbage. Alright, moving on. Looking back, I suppose you could call it the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? That can't be, can it? ... Lance! Lance, where are you, son? Oh, it's this guy. Mr. Amano. Ah, Miles, my boy! Sorry to involve you in such an affair after you've returned. To you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office. And had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. They apparently actually have to use facts and evidence. Crazy. We just kind of imply the existence of facts and think about evidence around here. No, 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 think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. Speaking of my own blood, apparently there's a spot opening up if you want to legally change your name to what is my name again? I'm getting kind of old. You could be in a mono, edgy boy. I mean, I guess you wouldn't be edgy boy anymore. You'd have to lose that part. That would kind of, I think not being able to call you edgy boy anymore. I mean, that's the only reason I'd want you as my son. If you ever want to go overseas again, you only need to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. Who's the old man? He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown. Ah! Hold on there! What in tarnation? What happened to all that money? I believe the 1 million has been stolen and the culprits are now on the run. What? Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth? Forgive me, Mr. Amano. I got you ever seen a bad badger head? Seeing that badge reminds me of Manfred. Now, he was one fine prosecutor, the best of the best. He cheated on every case he took. Best of the best, as they say. Yes, I can't disagree with you there. I sense you don't really want to talk about him. How I feel about him? It's hard for me to be truthful about that with another person. Your hard continence, I don't know what you're thinking or feeling. But mark my words, I think you are Manfred's true successor, I really do. From a continent away, the sound of a whip cracking. Oh, that looks to be something of quite a bit of value. All things have some value attached to them. Only by probing deeper into the unknown can we become true winners in this world, Miles. Thanks, but knowledge isn't what's going to make me a winner here, it's information. That took so... Okay. Fine. If you don't know anything about Bad Badger, I don't want to talk to you. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy! And then he sniffed. I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. Usually gotta pay people to call me that. It was incredibly moving. I wish I'd recorded him saying that. He definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Fuck off. I mean, granted, I don't know, maybe this dude's a bad dad, so maybe he doesn't deserve the sentimentality, but... I think it's a nice sentiment. You don't gotta make fun of him for having feelings. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again? I'll tell you about Lance, help you get him back. Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behaviors. Well then, Lance is my one and only son. He turned 21 this year. He's very much like me when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't get their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you notice as of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. It's all over the Deacon. He's been our family for years now. Or with our family. He's not in the family. He's not in the will. Don't get it twisted. He gets along so well with Lance, I thought maybe he would know where my son is. Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. I heard he's gonna move on to algebra this year. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, haven't been able to reach him. You still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. Even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon sounds like one name I'd better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Sorry, yes, sir. Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by twiddling our thumbs. I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side like gum on a shoe. Mr. Amano, it was my fault the culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself. I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy. Alright, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating. If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. I already got my role as frickin' sidekick stolen twice by tiny girls. Ain't gonna happen for a third time, I'm telling you what. What should we examine first? Thanks to Agent Lang, we can leave this area. But the culprits were here until only recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Let's get looking. Hey, you there. Me? Oh, no. No! No! Don't take my spot as sidekick away! What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation. Don't you see he already has a sidekick? You imbecile. All precinct detectives are now under Agent Long's direct command. No way! I'm not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something? I could, but I don't really want to. I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. I mean, am I really a member of the police if I don't get a paycheck? I'm basically just a volunteer, sir. Good, now let's go. No! God, not again! Oh, maybe I'll get a chance in the next spinoff. That was exciting. They did my boy so dirty. Okay. Wait, can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents will be worried about you. Come on, I finally get to be your assistant and you try and ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why do you have to be so difficult? So it's already too late, you know? Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back. You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yatagarasu way. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented assistant Kay is going to tag on no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I may as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Oh, if you could just let me through here. Sorry! Can't do it. Agent's orders. Nah. Suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. What about this cat? I got you now, you vile criminals! I think the kidnappers would have better sense than to try hiding in these. Ah, come on. Lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. I don't really think the criminals would be hiding here in front of the two officers, but I mean, it would be kind of crazy if they were. I certainly hope not. Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here. I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held in there. Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground is already pretty much dried up. I should be thankful. They left us with some nice footprints. You know what? I bet if we followed them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'll be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it'll be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. And we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. True, we don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. What about the cat, though? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this one of those things you tie horses to? Yes, a horsey tying pole. Although the horses are in another location at the moment. Aw, and here I was hoping I'd get to ride one. You know how to ride a horse? No, but it can't be that hard, right? I mean, little kids do it. I mean, usually with some supervision, but like, yeah. I mean, I rode a horse when I was a little kid. Never rode one in my life. I have an Asian friend who was born in the year of the horse. Non sequitur is the only way to describe your logic. You could have just said friend also. There's a blurb about the cactus here. This cactus is a very gracious gift of Gatewater land from the local police precinct. Read it already, I've already seen it. I can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place. Is the police department running a cactus farm on the side? Just kidding. They wouldn't do something so silly. They probably just stole it from somebody. They're the real thieves, if you ask me. I actually have the vague impression I've seen a cactus farm at the precinct before. These are real. I wonder what you'd put in them. Water would be the obvious answer. But if you stored water in a barrel under the blazing hot sun, wouldn't it go bad? I mean, usually it's the UV light itself that makes the water go bad. Or, well, I mean, that's for like plastic bottles, I know. I don't know about a barrel. I feel like the barrel would hold up better. But it would still probably get like lukewarm and not be any good. People of that period probably didn't care about how it tasted. Sorry, but I can't let you get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really like the strange taste. Look who's making fun of them now. I'm waiting for the cowboy-themed spin-off, where you resolve every case by just shooting the criminal in the face. Horses are painted in this garage door to complete the Wild West theme. They look so lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling or rather stealing them? I'll have you know they killed people for that back in the day. You can coax them out of there, sure. Come on, I know you can sweet talk them out. I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay. Break it down. It's the blue badger! And then she shoots him. Badger, get! I really don't understand why she is so excited over the badger hunt. Speaking of badger, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. Badger noise. I don't know what the fuck noise does a badger make. Got no clue. Apparently he makes this noise. He's doing that contorted wriggling dance again. Aha! Oh shit. Ah, you've uncovered my undercover activity, sir! I was to remain under that head, sir! It's me, remember me? Me? Yeah, Officer Meekins, that's my name. Sir? Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir. This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. Yeah, I remember you very vaguely. I don't remember what case you were you in the 5th case of the first game? I think you were, right? About the only thing I remember about this officer, I remember some joke about ghosts. About he talks to, like, I don't remember him in the actual game, but I do remember having a bit about him talking to ghosts at the lunch lady land or something like that. 'Cause I think it's a clip. I think that's the only reason I remember. He often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? Because, I mean, I don't think he's in the second game. I think he's in the first game. If he's in the first game, he has to be in the 5th case. Right? What's the second case in Ace Attorney? I remember the 3rd. No, he's definitely not in the second. I think he's in the last case of the first game. I don't remember what his thing was. Also, I don't even remember you were in that, Edgy boy. But I guess you come back as a prosecutor for that one, right? It's been several years. You know, we're always learning new things around here, and the brain's only got so much hard drive space. We gotta delete old information for new information. It's just the way it works. We don't get any storage upgrades anymore. I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? First things first. Sir! It's so incredibly shiny, but it's got a really ugly shape! I knew it! I was right to go for a much more manly police badge, sir! But I lose it a lot. I just know I'm going to lose it for real one of these days, sir! Mr. Edgeworth, I think this cop is one donut short of a baker's dozen. Alright, wouldn't that just mean he has a dozen? I know, believe me, I know. Become bad. Break bad, Mike. I'm undercover as the Blue Badger now, sir. I must pretend to not know anything about anything, sir. I mustn't respond to that. It would be like shooting fish in a barrel. Never stopped me before, Edgy boy. You say anything about the badger get? Drip! Drop! Little by little, our privacy is being sold off to the public through this, sir! But that means I need to work extra hard on my cute poses! Oh, like what? Like this? Great, now I know what your new pose will be! Look, sir, I've successfully stolen his pose in speaking style, sir! That's nice, Kay. Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir! Because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorching boring beat, until a little while ago. And then when the dispatch radioed on my shoulder crackled and the kidnappers had escaped, sir. Hey, by the way, sir, I saw them take off Gumshoe earlier. Do you think they're going to put him in a Badger outfit? You think he's going to be like Mrs. Badger and then we could get married? Oh, that would be great, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would seem that some people never change. So, why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir? That's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir. I see. Agent Long is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger, out of all the different disguises, sir, it's such an honor. How long have you been standing there, officer? Sir? 83 days, sir. About an hour, actually. That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, it's possible Officer Meekin saw the kidnappers escaping. But however, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir. I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No, but I know you will, sir. You're always asking questions like, what are you doing near a school zone? You're not allowed to be near those, not since the incident. It was a misunderstanding, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. And about an hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. I did see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meekin's testimony contradicts. Oh, that there's only one?
Take that!
Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Also, I should probably end this video. Think about it, since this is part 2. I can't remember if the first part was 15 minutes long, 20 minutes, or 25 minutes long. I guess we'll just kind of go a little long. Because we'll finish up this conversation at least.
Of course, sir, if that's what you wish, Mr. Prosecutor.
This little patrolman will wait as long as commanded to wait. You said you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. The park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises. I didn't even pay attention. Is he actually in the blue badger outfit? No, because... Wait, no, it's Proto Badger. He's the one that walks around naked, right? Yeah, so he's in the blue badger outfit. Yeah.
What? Sir? Then that would mean there are 2 blue badgers walking around, but why?
Well, can I present the second blue badger thing to you? Or scissor? No. Or is that just a logic piece? That's just a logic piece. Alright. Well, I don't know if I have anything else to talk to, or if it's just... Like, what all is up here? I mean, there's costumes in this, I guess? But we will attempt to smash those things together in the next video. In the meantime, we will end the video. Yep. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.